All right, so we have some injury news and an injury update from Dennis Allen. He just got off of his press conference where him and Mickey Loomis both spoke to Saints media. And the biggest story, in my personal opinion, has to be what's going on around Michael Thomas. Dennis Allen, he's saying exactly what we've been saying this entire time and exactly what was expected. Our expectation is that Mike Thomas will be a full participant on day one of training camp, which started on Tuesday, the 25th. As we're filming this, we are just now getting some updates coming in from training camp. So this is why you subscribe. We like to have a lot of fun. We like to keep it real, but we also like to keep you guys informed on what's going around your New Orleans Saints. So help us out, subscribe, turn on your notifications, hit the thumbs up icon. So some more on Michael Thomas. He came in last Thursday to do a physical and his conditioning testing. Dennis Allen said that Michael Thomas, quote, looked awesome. And the big question for me is, we can get him healthy. We can see him play in the preseason. We can see him play at training camp, whatever. But can he stay healthy throughout the regular season and into the postseason? I'm not even going to ask questions. Can he be healthy in the playoffs? Saints got to make the playoffs first. But even more on a basic level, I need to see Michael Thomas stay healthy throughout the regular season, because that is where you're going to get the most effective Saints offense and the best Saints offense that you can see this season. And when you take a look at the production over the last 4 years, obviously the injuries have stacked up and the injuries haven't been good. But take a look back at that 2019 season. And I want to just make a quick point here. I don't even think that Michael Thomas needs to be that guy again. I don't even think that Thomas needs to be close to that. I think that Thomas can get away with 120 receptions, 11 to 1,200 yards, 8 to 10, or, anywhere from 5 to 8 to 10 touchdowns. I think that is a phenomenal stat line for Michael Thomas, considering the weapons that are available. And let's keep it real. Michael Thomas is still wildly dominant when he's healthy. Do I need to remind you or spark your memory from week one? And if I do, I certainly hope there's Falcons fans watching, because also, really quick, before we get into that, I watched the quarterbacks show on Netflix, and I saw the Saints come back in week one. I mean, I was laughing. I was having a lot of fun watching that episode. So if you were like that too, cheers to you, man. So let's take a look at the numbers week one versus the Falcons. He put up 5 receptions on 8 targets from Jameis Winston, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 11.4 yards per catch. One of those touchdowns coming in as the game winner to put them over the top of the Falcons to take the lead in that game. And let's keep it real. Michael Thomas is just a freak of nature, and he is a phenomenal football player. But injuries are of concern, and let's just call it how it is. You got to see what he can do when he's healthy. So will Michael Thomas play over or under 10 games in 2023? Type O for over, type U for under. Let me know down in the comments section. I personally think he's going to play more than 10 games. Thomas is on a 1-year prove-it deal. He doesn't have the ability to just not get hurt, because it's not like he can control that, but he doesn't have the ability to not perform when he has the ball in his hands. If he wants another contract, whether it's with the New Orleans Saints or with another team, if he wants to stick around in the NFL beyond this season, he needs to perform well. And I truly do believe that Thomas will perform well, and a big key of that is just staying healthy, because like I've said, continuous and tons of times, no matter what he does, he is still dominant when he is healthy. And I will say this. I'm just going to put this out there. At the end of the day, if Michael Thomas is healthy this season, it is bad news for the rest of the NFL. I truly do feel bad. I feel bad for the Falcons. I feel bad for the Buccaneers. I feel bad for the Panthers. But at the end of the day, you have to call it how it is. Michael Thomas is a damn good football player. And if he can silence the critics, get healthy, and prove that he isn't just slant boy that everyone is saying he was, come on. It's just going to be a problem for the rest of the NFC South and the rest of the NFL as a whole. I truly do believe that this team has a talent level that is really hard to compare to and does not get nearly enough credit that it should. But I will say this. Michael Thomas is dialed the F in. This is what he posted on his IG story today. Said, I'm dialed the beep in. You can see what I'm saying. You can see what he's saying. I'm just saying. He was squatting 400 or 500 plus pounds. I don't know very many injured guys who are doing that. I don't know very many guys who are unmotivated who are posting like this. I don't know very many guys who want to be here and want to play well all season and want to make a difference. Go and get that piece of hardware that you've been looking for in a Lombardi trophy. I don't know very many people who do that I don't know very many people who do that when they aren't seeking that ability or that chance, and they're not trying to perform and get on top of the NFL world, if you will. So, guys, stay informed. We're going to keep you updated on all things Michael Thomas. We're going to keep you updated on all things Alvin Kamara, all things New Orleans Saints. During training camp, we will take care of any updates, any notable news that comes out of it, whether it's on our Shorts tab, whether it's on our main videos, or whether we're going live. So please subscribe, turn on your notifications. It also supports the channel here. So if you like me or if you like what the channel is doing, feel free to subscribe. It is 100% free, and you will help us out a lot more than you would know. All right, so just a quick minor update to round things out. Dennis Allen spoke about the potential of an Alvin Kamara suspension during his press conference that happened just a little bit ago. And as for what Dennis Allen said, he hasn't heard anything. He hasn't heard anything from the league regarding a possible suspension. It's exactly what I would say. It's exactly what I know. It's exactly what everyone else knows. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how many games. We don't know when. My personal belief is I think that it's going to be 4 to 6 games. I don't think they're going to do anything crazy and give him like a whole season. I mean, that would no. I think it's going to be 4 to 6 games. He's going to get suspended, and it's going to be done. I mean, the legal battle is done. The legal side of all of this is done. So now it's just up to the NFL to let the process play out there. And at this point, I don't think there's much reason to worry as a fan because it's out of the control of the team. There's nothing that the team can do at this point to make things better, to lessen a punishment, to do anything. Like it's out of the team's control. This is up to the league in suspending Alvin Kamara. And even if the Saints running back does get suspended, you did what you needed to do this offseason and address the running back room. Heck, if Alvin Kamara wasn't getting suspended, I'd still say you needed to address this running back room. You signed Jamal Williams early in NFL free agency. It was a phenomenal addition, and I am so pumped to see what Jamal Williams can do in the black and gold. He is a player that is gritty, that can get that extra yard. He runs downhill. He is a tough SOB. Kendre Miller, I mean, he is a huge reason why the TCU Horned Frogs were able to make that Cinderella run to the national championship. He missed time, was not able to play against Georgia, which honestly I would have loved to see him play. I would have loved to see how he fared against one of the top college defenses, arguably of all time, but definitely the top one last year. I mean, in terms of what he did, 17 touchdowns in just under 1,400 yards, 224 carries, and that's not even including what he can do as a pass-catching back. Kendre Miller's forte definitely was not pass-catching in college. However, at this point, he has been working on that with the New Orleans Saints and at mini camps, and I assume at training camp that's going to be something that's monitored as well. So, guys, I need you to let me know. I need you to be honest. Are you worried about a Alvin Kamara suspension? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Personally, I'm not. There's nothing you can really do. It's probably going to happen. We don't know when. We don't know how many games. There's just nothing you can do at this point. And at the end of the day, the Saints did what they needed to do by addressing the running back room in the offseason this past season. They have a decent offensive line. It's just a matter of how many games is Kamara going to get suspended and when. So let me know if you're worried. Type Y for yes, type in for no. And as always, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for tuning in. And y'all stay golden. We'll catch you next time.